We were further charged and developed a series of objectives to evolve boys into responsible citizens and self-reliancy through participation in a wide range of outdoor activities, educational programs, as well as international scouting movement. Currently, there are over 4,500,000 youth members and over 100 plus years of the scouting program, with a total of 110 million who have gone through the program. Now, with that in mind, today I have to talk briefly about the efforts and the reasoning of moving this historic Katoki Cayuga, I'll get this straight. You think I have it straight by now. The Cayuga Katoki cabin. This was the last cabin in a series of cabins that populated the Delaware River area, known as D1. It is believed that it was assembled on site in the 1930s. Through the years and through attrition and reuse, this was the only cabin left in existence. Lucky for us, there are still men who are still alive who slept in this cabin. How do we know this? Well, just go over and see the carvings on the wall. And if you don't believe that they slept there, they'll tell you. This cabin has assisted the Boy Scouts of America in carrying out its principles. Then why do we have it? Well, scouting has several educational means and devices it uses to assist boys into manhood. Most boys don't join scouting to improve their character or to improve their citizenship. They join because of the allure of camping. It is this setting in the woods that the Boy Scouting principles are exercised. The basic unit of the scout troop is the patrol, ideally made up of 8 boys. They proceed to exercise the scout patrol method. The scouting method is part of the program to include typical scouting values such as trustworthiness, good citizenship, outdoor skills, through a variety of activities such as camping, aquatics, and hiking. The scout method uses appealing games in primitive outdoors to generate challenges which a scout learns to solve by himself. Through the training and example of leaders, scouts are taught independence, leadership, the ambition to learn by himself, and a moral code with positive goals. According to the founder, Baden-Powell, the scouting method works naturally and unconsciously, richly in the way in that it follows the natural impulses of the scout, and unconsciously because the scout is not aware that he's being educated. Now, let me quote the Lord. Not that Lord. Lord Baden-Powell. The patrol system is the one essential feature in which scout training differs from all other organizations. And where the system is properly applied, it is absolutely bound to breed success. It cannot help itself but succeed. The information of the boys, the formation of boys into patrols, 6 to 8, and training them as separate units under each of it. You think I wrote this thing? The only responsibility key is the key to good troop success. Well, with all that I just said, let's fast forward to the recognition part. Because over the past 3 years, the TMR River Scout Museum has embarked on several outdoor projects that have led us to move and involve ourselves in the intricate education system for boys, men, and the public at large. These men and women who participate in these ventures are known as the 10-Mile River Scout Museum Heavy Lifting. And they are in the building. We organized and executed several projects, including the Katoki Cayuga Cabin. Last year we moved the Kernigan Blockhouse, along with the Kunata flagpole. So today we will recognize these people who have given to this cause at today's gathering with such great importance and meaning. I want to start with 2 guys. I like that. Carl Bernstein and Hal Rosenfeld come up here and say thanks to Ryan. You do mental lifting. I think a lot of us know that both these gentlemen are members of the Brooklyn Arrowhead. Carl is the corresponding secretary for the TMR River Scout Museum. He represents us at the Brooklyn Arrowhead. He's our paper and photo co-chair. He's on the Recognitions Committee, representative to the Greater New York Council Camping Committee for the museum. A retired educator from the New York City Board of Education. He's with the Brooklyn Arrowhead. He's on the executive board of Brooklyn Council, and he helped raise over $4,500. His brother, Hal, with the Brooklyn Arrowhead. He's with the Paper and Photo Co-Chair. He's with the Buildings Committee. He's the Recognitions Chairman, and he too helped raise the $4,500. Next in line is someone who, if you read our publications and know our museum, is the Associate Curator for the museum. He's our treasurer. He's in charge of all historical works. He's the website webmaster. He administers the TMR Alumni Museum Hall of Fame. This is David Gillespie. David, look. David, on this project, is in charge of the decorating of the interior. Not a cabinet level position, but he's in charge of putting the right stuff in the cabinet that is commensurate with the right area. Next person is Robert Gisano. Bobby, come up here. Bobby took me at 20 to make sure I said all these things here, so here we go. Bob, as we commonly call him, Bob the Builder, he's the TMR Alumni Director of Construction. You get it? He's known as the architect. Why? Because he is an architect. And if you don't believe me, just ask him. He's worked on constructing the 2 additions to the Scout Museum and has engineered the concrete foundation, not the cement foundation. That was corrected earlier. The block house. Now here's the important thing that Bobby brought to the program here. Bob brought new technology to the Cayuga cabin. He conceived and designed the roof and ceiling structure in the cabin itself. Now, does that mean anything? Yes, it does. Because he engineered 30-inch on center rather than 24-inch on center, which would accommodate skylights. He introduced the skylights and got board approval, and all 6 skylights were implemented. When you go into the cabin, you'll see how the cabin is now flooded with natural light, bringing all exhibits to life. Not only did he do this, but he found time to raise $3,500 to get the green metal roof donated. That's incredible. That's incredible. Bob, I have the honor of awarding you the Cayuga Medal of Freedom. Now here's the guy that, according to my wife, I'm having a romance with. Your spouse will explain that to you when we get there. Like that Michael J. Herbert, come up here. Is he in the building? Oh, Michael, say hello. 18 months we redid this cabin. Mike has been my right-hand man. He's been with me almost every minute on this venture. People ask me, how do you two get along so well? Because over the years he brings a lot of baggage, many gripes and groans. Well, first, he has a mind like a Bearcat scanner. You see him. Always thinking, always generating ideas, most of which develop on the fly, and you can see all around you see physical pain. He chokes me up. Well, Lord, you think Mikey brings baggage? Well, most of you people don't know this, but my nickname is AT, American Tourist. So I bring my own baggage too. Thank you. I need your support. So with both of us dragging around all this crap, we have worked out a system. When we disagree, I call my analyst, He calls his analysts. They talk, they tell us what to do, and life goes on. In between work, Mikey just can't sit still. He works on, he repainted the TMR map, he planted flowers, did his yearly exterminating gig. Back in the Bronx, ran a fundraiser for the Randolph Foundation, procured a new Wall of Fame member, got our first car donated and converted to cash. Then he turns around and develops a series of bird patches of museum quality. In this bird patch series, it is so beautiful, it has, I guess we have a hard break coming up. He developed this patch series, which is what we call a screamer. Sales are approaching $5,000 a day. So with that in mind, Michael, I award you the Cayuga Medal of Freedom to help you free that cat. Ladies and gentlemen, painfully under. Sorry, painfully under. I have one more introduction. This is a guy that you don't know and you don't want to know. This guy works behind the scenes. If you have a child, you're going to send them to camp. You want to send them to this camp because he makes sure that this camp is safe. I want to bring up the Chief Ranger, the Senior Ranger, Jim Lovell. Welcome up here. Works behind the scenes. When the reservation needs to call help desk, help desk. That's the best I can. I thought that was much funnier in the rehearsal. He's charged with the physical workings, including that and safety, for all who come on the property. He leads the ranger crew and has rebuilt and has responsibility for all new camp construction. From water to sleeping to roads, he's our man. So with that, Jim, you work behind the scenes. You're my son with a different last name. Let me award you the Cayuga Medal of Freedom.